NFL season between the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jacobs to start the drive, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And Carr's throw put it in by Renfro. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Well, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Rodgers now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Rodgers pass.
Number 19, 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, 50 yards. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Packers 7, Raiders 0. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josiah DeGuara, 40 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On play action, now Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On play action, now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Carr. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Rodgers gonna throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanted to continue to go to the guys, already gotten into the end zone, but good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
the gun on third down. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 626.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Raiders nothing. Pat O'Donnell.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Raiders on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. To throw, it's Carr.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fielded at the 20.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the offense coming back out here, plenty of energy.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a 6 and a Raider touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. You can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the Raiders have got him.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
26.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Got a man, that's Lazard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 7. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw.
That's to a man who's used to catching passes in the green and gold, Devontae Adams. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's good for Las Vegas.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. They find some open field here.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Carr now to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Hey, take 26.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back one. 26. Inside. 30.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Matt Ioannidis able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Jump out.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. He's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, the throw taken in by Cole. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Get 300! Get 300!
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Bowen.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. The throw right side going to be complete to DeGuara. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. Down inside the 10. Touchdown!
Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Raiders 10. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know it.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
15-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Throwing is Rodgers.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about
I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr, he finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
He'll find DeGuara complete.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, Rodgers.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara.
There he goes, left side. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And there, once he's outside of the pocket and doesn't see anything, very smart play to just throw it away. That was only 1st down. He's got a few more shots maybe. He can take it the end zone.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure. Touchdown, Packers. Packers. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 60. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Raiders 17. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Raiders 17. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He's into the secondary.
Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Packers 52, Raiders 24. Daniel Carlson kicking off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll go again to Jones. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a